Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hey, man, if you're new to the channel, click the like and subscribe and comment down below. Now let's get into it, man. So look, guys, we figured out basically that that U-Haul that they used for that turkey drive, well, you know that Big Moochie Grape ended up taking that to his hood. And so, shout out to Babe Dolph, for my sources for coming out and letting me know about that. It was only one U-Haul truck, so there's no way that they could have all them turkey drives, and there's only one U-Haul truck, and that U-Haul truck is parked in the middle of the street in front of Big Moochie Grape's old apartments. And basically, and as that's happening, he's literally arguing with a girl, and he has a bucket hat on. He's like trying to go live or whatever, right? Everybody's trying to go live for their alibi. He arguing with the girl about something, and it's literally people pulling up like one by one, like they didn't even want to like hand it out like that. They were like making the people stay in their cars, and then they had to pull up, roll their window down. They had to stay from a distance. But like, if that U-Haul truck was with Big Moochie Grape, then it wasn't at the community center. And if it's not at the community center and all that, it can't be at the Snoop Band's turkey drive either. And when you look at the pictures of the Snoop Band's turkey drive, the U-Haul went there first. They had unloaded some turkeys onto the tables for Snoop Band's turkey drive. Then Big Moochie Grape and his people jump into the U-Haul and take it to Big Moochie Grape Hood. Big Moochie Grape go in his car, and he followed the U-Haul down all the way down to his side of Memphis. Then what happens next is they park every car, right? They park the car like on the street, make it look like it's packed out there. But then they having random people, like literally it's his homies like at the corner telling people to come and get in this line so they could look like they been having this turkey drive, right? Like as if they didn't just pull the U-Haul up from the other place and quickly try to scramble together. When that's what happened when they changed the location. When they changed the location is when they were doing this finesse, because it's only one U-Haul truck. Well, guess what? That U-Haul truck carrying the frozen turkeys and everything like that, it's a big vehicle. And remember, if they took Dolph or whatever, they need to get him from the Bentley truck or whatever car that he started in first at the Ruth Chris or where he lost his keys at and everything like that, right? Because Dolph lost his keys, and they basically said that they could give him a ride to the turkey drive. That's when Moochie Grape and all his people decided that they were going to change the location of the turkey drive, and they took Dolph to basically through Moochie Grape Hood, apparently. And that's where the story kind of leads into, because he never made it to that community center. That's where he went missing, is because once they took his keys, he thought that he was getting a ride to the community center, and what ended up happening is they take him somewhere else. And so when they take him somewhere else, they gotta end up in the U-Haul. So that's basically where the U-Haul comes into play, is because it was a U-Haul scene driving early in the mornings around Makita's that day. And remember, they were talking about how the night before in Makita's that they had all these deliveries that they had to do, so they stayed late, right? And they said the delivery trucks just keep pulling up. One of their business operations things that Raven is behind is the delivery schedule, because a delivery truck has to pull up at the back of Makita's, and these delivery vans look just like U-Hauls. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you took the logos off. And so basically how they got him at the Makita's is through that U-Haul. They took the logos off that U-Haul and basically took it to the Makita's as if it was a delivery truck. And they stayed late that night, basically putting together the whole scene of everything that happened. That's why they said they stayed late too. But they never showed their punch out cards. So unless they show their punch out cards, we'll never see, because you think that they would stay punched in. they might have punched out and then been called back to the cookie shop basically. And so they just said that they stayed late, but once they got word that they needed somebody to open that back door again, then that's when, boom, they'd call, no other than your girl, Jamaica Thick. So then she opened that back door. They opened basically to turn the lights on in the cookie shop again, act like they working and sealing up the cookies, and that's when they go to put the whole scene together. And you got to remember that this cookie shop, it was everything that happened. This was around the real time was around 9 a.m. when they actually had the dudes pull up and act like they was busting or whatever time that they had that Corvette pull up. Because you got to remember, they had to wait, they had to like act like the cookie shop was open as soon as the Corvette would pull up. Because remember, the people that took his keys is the same ones that made the car pull up, and that car ended up having the chrome heart bag with all the money in it. And wouldn't you think that Dolph would wear that chrome heart bag? And if he was wearing it, then how did it end up in the trunk? They had to have taken it off of him with the jewelry and everything. And so everything, we've been saying is adding up. Is adding up, man. So when he lost his keys, that was when the whole plan started at that clinic. And you got to know that the clinic got his people in there too. Like, they said they saved these people, and so they wanted to, who knows, an eye for an eye, right? And so what happened is that clinic where they took the keys, you could already go look at the footage, the keys being taken by that girl. She acted like she got sick and needed to go home. That's when, boom, they went in. She ran off with the keys so they can come back and get the Corvette later. Then what happened is that then they said he needed to go to that community center. So that news reporter guy, Ramon Johnson, he went to the community center too. He knew exactly the whole plan that was going down. So he can go and say that, yeah, there was stuff that went on at the community center, but in reality, they never made it to the community center. He's just the person that can get to report it. They post a fake little report, and it makes it look like it was a turkey drive there. Whole time, the Uhaul trucks at Big Moochie Grapes, and they done rerouted Dolph from the community center to somewhere else. And then wherever they went next, that's where this whole thing happened about him getting sent up, signing away all the assets he had, signing away everything to basically get everybody released. Like everybody that wanted anything done or any asset or any part of his riches and everything like that, they made him sign that away as a way to like scare him into, oh, if you don't sign this, we're going to do this to you, right? And then they end up doing what they ended up doing because that was already an ordered hit. And this whole thing ends up where they bring him to the cookie shop in the back of the U-Haul with the logo stripped off, making it look like it's a delivery truck, and then bring him in through the back. Somebody had to open that door. The person who always opens the door, Jamaica Thick, and then boom, they bring him in, and bring him to the front, wait till it's morning, everything like that. Bring him to the front. When the time is right, they bust the windows in the front and have the arm sticking out, just like that. And then everything starts in motion where all the fake witnesses come out, all the people recording, Kiosha and everybody like that. The girl with the boyfriend that ended up being on the run, and then she ended up being missing and everything like that. The fact that you see the Bentley driving by and you got that footage, that little still picture of that Bentley driving right in front of the streets of Maquitas as the two guys are running back into the white vans, and then everything unleashes from there. And so, hey, comment down below what you think about this, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next one.